Hello and welcome back to another video. I've been on quite the hiatus actually, if we want to get into it. Yeah, I would say so. I've been on quite the hiatus. What am I doing? Hopefully this is still recording, but I've been on quite the hiatus, and reasons why, because gosh, I forgot my reasons. Anyways, your girl got into university. You have now been promoted. Your girl finally got into university. Hooray. And with that, it is now currently 4:30 in the AM, and I just was like, oh my days, I would love to make a video ranking my favorite high school TV shows and movies with y'all. Aren't you excited to hear my opinion like every other person in this entire world? But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be ranking some of the TV shows, some of the movies I've been watching recently. Not recently, but in my entire span of existence. We're just gonna rank it in these 5 tiers. Let me tell you about these 5 tiers. Okay. So the first tier is Holy Peak. Holy schmoly. Like, this movie, this TV show is above existence. It's above the universe. It is the greatest thing to happen in this entire world. Good but nostalgic. I would say what makes the TV show or movie so great is because of the time of when I watched it. Basically, going back to the days, good old days. Moving on, You Just Made the Cut is the middle one. So it's like, you're okay, but you're just not, you're not that girl. You're not at the top of the pyramid. Then below is If Only You Didn't Piss Me Off. So I would have put you in Just Made the Cut if only this specific thing in the TV show did not piss me off. And then we have the bottom of the pyramid. If you know that reference from Dance Moms, you're just at the bottom of the pyramid. What else can I say? You're at the bottom of the pyramid. So now that we know what we're gonna do, we're gonna try our best to be as quiet as we can, because it's 4:30 a.m. It's 4:30 a.m. I'm prone to be quite the loud, vociferous. Not a real word, vociferous. I'm quite the louder human being. So let's just get on with it. Okay, so we're starting with our first one, which is On My Block. You guys, I loved On My Block. Who didn't love On My Block? I loved On My Block. It was on my block. You get what I mean? Like, the music. I think what makes people love the show so much was the music specifically. The song, We Got So Caught Up. Speaking of Laundry Day, everyone listened to their most recent album, Earworm. Because when I was hooked on We Got So Caught Up, then I listened to their other albums. Broski, Brolicious, Bro Numpty. No Lie, No Fly, No Pumpkin Pie. Absolutely amazing. What else did I love about the show? No, do you know in that one season where Monse's like, where her face was like, and she was trying to cry, bro was twitching, bro was literally taking a massive poop in that scene. And the classic line, don't worry girl, I got your back, from right here. I loved that. I literally loved it. And that one episode when, what's his name? Ronnie? Ridiculous? Ronnie? Ruby. There we go. Bro. Bro said Ronnie. Get a load. But when that guy Ruby, I said Ronnie again. Ruby and Olivia, when they got shot in the quinceañera episode, and it was going crazy. Oh my days. And we thought that he died. Guys, with that one episode, they put the entire nation in a choke hold. That was a lovely episode. We're gonna put it in Holy Peak, because how can I like, come on now. Chelsea, come on now. Okay, moving on to the next one. I don't know why these pictures are so flippin' small, but if you don't know now, you know. It's Never Have I Ever. Now, with this show, it was like holy cringe. It was holy cringe. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe that should be made a tier. Hold on, let me redo the tier list. We're gonna make Just Made the Cut, and we're gonna make it Holy Cringe Fest, because some of these are literally just Holy Cringe Fest, and that's where we're gonna put Never Have I Ever. I had to redo my entire tier just for Never Have I Ever. That's how locked in I am. We have Heartbreak High. I didn't watch the last season because I just didn't care anymore. See, this is one of the things that we really need to get into when it comes to Netflix and their TV shows. Because one of their main problems is that you have a really good TV show comes out in, let's say, 2021. Next season comes out a year later. Third season comes out in literally a 5-year time jump. Broski, I've already graduated. I've gotten my master's degree. Everyone in the cast looks 50 years old. I'm supposed to know a reference from the first season, even though the first season was 8 years ago. I'm just saying, Heartbreak High is a great series, but I got tired, babes. How do we rank this? Let's put it in good but nostalgic because of the time that it came out. Let's put it there. Should we put it there? Hold on. It is a good TV show. Like, I'm not lying about that. It was really cool, really sick. Let's say If Only You Didn't Piss Me Off. Heartstopper, immediately in Holy Cringe Fest. Immediately. I can't stress this enough. No, but like, how can you not say Heartstopper is in Holy Cringe Fest? Why are we like this?
Why are we like this?
Why is he saying that God, let me put my wig back on. Why is he always saying, why are we like this? Why are we like this? Who wrote the flipping script? Why are you like this? Slide to the left. Moving on. Trinkets. Trinkets is based, for some people, I don't think a lot of people know this film. This is I would say this is niche. Okay, extremely niche to me. But Trinkets is basically about 3 teens. They have a bunch of things going on in their lives, and they have this, like, I wouldn't say addiction, but mainly this obsession with stealing, shoplifting. Do you get what I mean? And they go to a where do they go to? They go to like a little, you know, those groups that they do for people who are addicts or have like a problem. They met up there and then they build their relationship there. And it's a very interesting, intricate type of series. I loved it. We're gonna put it in Holy Peak because it was peak. Moving on. Everything Now. Why is all the pictures that I put here so small? Anyways, Everything Now. Amazing. This could have been the next big thing. This one didn't get renewed for a second season. Gobsmacking why? If Only You Didn't Piss Me Off, I'm gonna put it there. Oh my gosh, no. Because how can I put it there? Because in the series, they did this thing where it's like, no guns allowed at the party. No guns allowed at the party.
Guns allowed at the party. No guns allowed at the party. No guns allowed at the party.
No guns allowed at the party. Like, no guns allowed at the party. Can't put everything in Holy Peak, okay? That's only for the legends. Gonna put it in If Only You Didn't Piss Me Off, because come on now. Grand Army, immediately in Holy Peak. Immediately. You know Odessa from I Love LA, from another movie where they jump in pools, from flipping Marty Supreme. This is where I know her from. You guys know her from other places. I know her from Grand Army. Grand Army should have been a 5-season series. It should have been 5 seasons. This is why Netflix is so... They're sleeping and snoring at Netflix. They're sleeping and snoring. Because what do you mean? Grand Army was basically supposed to be Netflix's version of Euphoria. Amazing. Whereas the second season, nowhere to be found because they didn't renew it. Clapped. All of you. Clapped. Just clapped. Holy Peak. Putting it there. Boom. Euphoria. If Only You Didn't Piss Me Off. Let's dive into this. Euphoria is a great series. There are certain things that I don't like about the series. The fact that it is the most graphic thing I've ever seen. Well, not ever seen. I'm being dramatic here. But when I mean by it's so graphic, why is so-and-so doing this to so-and-so when you're supposed to be playing a character that is the ripe age of 17, 18, maybe even pushing 16? I can understand this might be happening to actual people in real life, but like, baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. There is no way. Because some of the things happening here is like crazy. Obviously the acting, Zendaya, don't chat to me about Zendaya because that's literally my queen. Zendaya, amazing acting. A lot of people here, amazing acting, but sometimes the representation of youth is not always accurate with a lot of these shows, actually. Coming from an inexperienced gal, you're welcome. Another thing I also hate about Euphoria is the last season. Bogus. Absolute bogus. And the fact that Labyrinth, the person who does the songs for Euphoria, had to leave, and it was a whole controversial take about how Euphoria was going to be using AI and stuff. Sam Levinson, pattern up. Moving on, we're gonna move on to We Are Who We Are. If you know the movie Queer, if you know the movie Challenges, you need to know We Are Who We Are, a series by the same director. It's basically about some teenagers, parents work in the army. They all live in this army base where they're able to live with their parents. It's not really high school if we're going there, if we want to be strict here. It's not as high school as you would like it, but it's adolescent. It's people of a young age. age. So we're gonna put it in good but nostalgic. I feel like the good but nostalgic column doesn't make any sense. Yeah, we're gonna make this one. We're gonna make good but nostalgic. Bro, what should I say? No. But if I have like 3 more brain cells, I'll be able to type this. Oh my gosh, I know what to put now. Transcending the game. I literally typed transcending wrong, but it's okay. Transcending the game. Need a banjo for one of those. Anyways, let's move on. Skins. Now this would have been a great time to put this one in the good but nostalgic column, because Skins is hitting closer to home. This is so sixth form college vibes, specifically Y2K, specifically 2000s, and I love this. I'm gonna put it in Holy Peak. Everything about Skins, even the like theme tune, dum 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 dum, like actually shut the front door. I'm getting hot, guys, not because I look good, just because it's literally like 20 flipping degrees in this goddamn room. Okay, Skins, Holy Peak, Angus Thongs and Perfect Snugging. Angus Thongs and Perfect Snugging, you know, a UK banger. And to be honest, I would say also as an inexperienced baddie. Inexperienced baddie alert. Shout out to my IBs. Shout out to my inexperienced baddies. This was actually so real. Like, no, but now I'm entering the era of my life where Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging is literally my real life. However, I do not get the boy at the end of the movie. And the song at the start, she's so lovely, she's so lovely. If they make a sequel and ruin this film for me, serious, don't let me colossal bang to the face. Like, I hate when they do this. I hate when good movies, good like chick flicks, do you get what I mean? And then they do a sequel and then you're just having a laugh with the sequel, do you get what I mean? We're gonna put this in Transcending the Game, because it was transcending the game. Project X, oh my gosh, also transcending the game. I think when it comes to Project X and the whole movie, it's more like when you're in high school, you just want that one experience where you're in a house party and it's just so many people jumping up and down doing crazy things for just one night. Tell me that's not a night you would want to do. Like, tell me that's not something you want to do. And going into university, best believe that's gonna happen it has to happen to me at least once. I'm not asking for the world. I'm not asking for a month. I'm not asking for a week. I just need one more day. I just need one more day. I just need one day, bro. One day or day one. I just need one day where this happens. No, let's put it in Holy Peak, because the edits as well are amazing. To all the boys I loved before. Okay, we need to start making space, because too many things are going to be put in Holy Peak. Too many things. Too many men. Let me lock in again. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move Trinkets to Transcending the Game. Then I'm going to move To All the Boys I Loved Before to Holy Peak. Because one reason why I love To All the Boys I Loved Before is because of how nostalgic it is as well. It just reminds me of 2019 TikTok as well. So amazing. I'm just realizing that I literally look like a nun. But it's okay. I've had a long week at work, and if I want to look like a nun at 4 a.m, that's my own business. Perks of being a wallflower. We're gonna put this one. I don't think I can put this at the bottom of the pyramid, because it's just so sad. Oh my gosh, stop. If I start talking about perks of being a wallflower, I might cry. I'm kidding, but serious emotional tears in the heart will be happening. This was such an emotional film. Transcending the Game. Okay, Love Simon. We're gonna put Love Simon in a holy cringe fest, but let's talk about this film for just a second. I rewatched this film a good couple of times. I might just rewatch it now that I've just remembered that this film still exists. Everything about this film was so cutesy patootsy. He even made like a sequel called Love Victor, and it was like a sequel thing. Don't understand how much I love the mulama. You know I love my mulama. I love my mulama. You know I love a mulama. Okay, let me stop saying mulama. How about Wallawa? Boy Meets World, a high school 90s sitcom classic. Now, I would say my only problem with this was because this man over here treated the only black woman on this entire cast, mistreated her, and was racist. to my knowledge. Okay, if I am not wrong, please misquote me. If you didn't piss me off, that's where it's gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna put you at the bottom of the pyramid because someone needs to be there. Liv and Maddie, Holy Peak. Liv and Maddie was an amazing series. One thing that I did not like about Liv and Maddie was the fact that when Maddie, oh my god, who remembers that one episode? Okay, let's lock in. Who remembers that one episode where Doug and Maddie, they're like a couple in the show, and Doug needed to leave like the country or something for his basketball scholarship or something, and then there was like tension, and then they said they would meet up at the porcupine, the statue of the porcupine, and then Maddie ran, and then she thought she was gonna see him one last time before he left, but then he left. Mind you, Maddie was going crazy for a man whose name is Doug. Girl, get up. Get up. Like, because you're embarrassing me now. No, you're embarrassing me now. Get up. What are you doing? Mind you, Liv was doing double agent. No, let's get into it. Because Liv was doing double agent. How can you be snogging your best friend's man? No, the two of them were scandalous. Scandalous duo. We're going to put it, if you only didn't piss me off, because now I'm getting pissed off now. Girl Meets World. Holy Cringe Fest. Girl Meets World deserves to be in Holy Cringe Fest because all those different episodes where they were being serious, it just didn't make any sense. You know, one episode, the main character, it was her, this girl here. The main character, she dressed up with like Japanese aesthetic. Are you alright? Because you're left. You're clearly left. Are you alright? Because you're clearly left. No, because when you watch it now, you think, oh my days. When you were watching it back in the day, you would be like, okay, you should be who you are. Be who you are for you. But now it's like, why did they choose this? Who wrote the script? Fired. Ant Farm. Love Ant Farm. If you feel it, you can feel it. If you can feel it, then you can feel it. Obviously, I don't know the lyrics, but it was an amazing high school. Me being me and me not being the academic that I wish I was. Knowing that there was a film that was dedicated to people who were going to school for the arts, for the creative arts, you know. Same thing. Oh my gosh, I should have put Victorious on here. Victorious can also be in Holy Peak. But anyways, this one's going to be transcending the game. Guys, we're locking in. Vampire Diaries. You know, when I first watched Vampire Diaries, a lot of people, specifically my sister, she was saying how much she hated Elena. And that was after the first time of me watching it. And even watching it a good second, third time, like a couple of times, I still don't get why people absolutely gobsmacking want this girl to perish. Then it gets to a point where I start watching the TikTok of compilations, whatever, of Elena Gilbert specifically, and then I'm realizing how selfish this girl was and how everybody was just so self-absorbed about Elena Gilbert. Like, Elena. What about Bonnie? No, the wig is off. What about Bonnie? Because my girl was suffering after suffering for these men, for these white men. It was so annoying. Especially, I remember watching a clip the other day of Damon seeing a car heading towards Bonnie, and then just at the last second he decided to save her. Just at the last second, mind you, just at the last second. You prioritize this Elena Gilbert girl so damn much over Bonnie, who did stuff for you on countless occasions, brother. Not even just that, but even though it's called The Vampire Diaries and it's specifically catered to Stefan, like in the books it's Stefan, you know, Stefan's diary. Even in the first couple of seasons, everything is just the Elena Gilbert show. And so I was like, oh, that's a little bit suspicious, isn't it? So I'm gonna put it, if only it didn't piss me off, but it is transcending the game. Degrassi Next Class. Immediately we're gonna put it in Holy Cringe Fest. So me as a youngster. Lash-E, how was your life as a youngster? Ruthless, my son. Back in my day, I used to watch Degrassi Next Class, and I really liked it because I didn't have knowledge that Degrassi Next Class was a sequel series to the, you know, the main one with Drake in it. Anyway, I watched this one, and this was like next level problematic for me. What do you mean this girl threatened to kill herself if this guy didn't go to prom with her? I was actually quite shaken to my core. Like, this was such a serious show for me at the ripe age of 12. Such a serious show for me at the time. But you know, memories. It's all just memories. Oh, holy cringe fest. Degrassi next class. Guys, I'm just so happy we got through this. Seriously, the tears. And last but not least, we have Big Mouth. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm just realizing what's on my screen right now. And there's a lot of graphic stuff here. But anyways, we're gonna put this in Holy Peak. Nothing can shake this from Holy Peak. I would say the last season wasn't as great as maybe season 2 or 3. Big Mouth, you have my utmost respect. You have my utmost devotion. It's an amazing series. Like, adult animation wise, comedy wise, just the relatability of it all. You see the whole cast on this poster. It's absolutely amazing. What am I giving? A TED talk? Let's just rank it. Holy Peak. And ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. How do I sound like Levi from chess.com? Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have our high school TV shows and movies special celebrating lash-E going into uni, ranking tier list at the ready. Boom shakalaka boom shaka. Who likes it? Because I do. Who wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando? Me. So this is my ranking list. If you have a problem, keep it to your damn self. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. See you later or never. Bye.